Always let it run for about a minute because it takes that long for everything in the world to happen. Okay. And I think we're live. Yes. Hello. Hi. Hi there. Hello. Welcome to... Yes, it is Friday. Yes, it is Friday. And yes, it is 4:30. And yes, it is the return of the Troubadork Non-Commute show. Play. So yes, how is this possible? Well, there's a number of reasons, and most of them are because I am working from home on Fridays now, so I am able to be here. And I had a conversation with Amy about it, and Amy actually suggested I consider doing the Non-Commute show again, but on Fridays, and then doing the every other Sunday streaming shows when that's possible. And we're going to go for it until such time. There will be some hiccups because there's Steampunk November and Dickens on the Strand, and those are both events that I will be gone because I'll be traveling on Fridays. But you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to see how it all goes. Almost feels like, I'm back for something. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but we are here. So, I think it would only make perfect sense if we actually, started the darn show, perhaps, he said, scrolling around, because I haven't quite got this song memorized yet. Oh, I got something else to tell you about in just a few moments. But first, the official starting song. You come here to this live stream, I'm about to start my show. So come on in, pull up a seat, you got nowhere else to go. I mean, if you're watching a live stream, you're probably sitting down, right? So settle in, get comfortable, and I'll begin to play. And if you do not do so, I gotta do this anyway. I've made a commitment. That's called being an adult, right? I'd like to have some folks to hear, and that would be your part. Oh, look, an audience of 2 right now. I guess I better start, because I am also really big in reruns. I am your humble Troubadork, I'm here to entertain. And if it gets a little weird, I hope you won't complain. I mean, at this point, if you don't know what you're into, what you're in for, I have nothing. Honestly. I've come to fill this little screen with music, tales, and jokes. It's geeky, nerdy, goofy music for geeky, nerdy folks. You know me from social media. You're pre-qualified. I got about half an hour here to exercise my art. Oh, look, an audience. That's you. I guess I better start. This next verse is very important. You see, this here show's a special one. It's special because you're here. There are a couple guidelines that I hope are not unclear. It's very important that you're here, because without you, this is rehearsal. I'll start the song, you can sing along and laugh and clap and play. Just come and lose your dignity, we'll get this underway. We've already been at it for about 3 minutes now, maybe 4. I got a bunch of stuff to play, I hope it warms your heart. Oh, look, an audience, that would be you. I guess we better start. If I do it live, I ask everyone to sing along at this point, as it attracts the attention of more people who are wandering around the festival. It's a great big cunning plan. Oh, look, an audience, that would be you. I guess we better start. Olé, and we are now officially underway with the first. I ought to be committed, I'll tell you that right now. With the very first for a long time. Definitely about 6 months. Hey, fantastic. I appreciate the fact that you're singing along. I love the fact that people actually participate in this, and I have noticed something. You know what I noticed? I noticed that somehow, this is our official Tobias the Adequate stupid technical stupidity thing is that the chat box is not showing up. So what do we do here? I need to move this so that it is in the front somehow. How do we get in front of everything? Why are you blank? There we go. Now it's happening. It just takes a while. I'm fairly committed. So we're seeing the chat from Ruth. There we go. Yay! Ruth and Squid Mango and Kelzer. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing you. I am confused by this. I think you should be on. But you are here. I know you are here. So that's important. And Squid Mango and I go back a long, long way. With many, many embarrassing stories. Hey, fantastic. You know, y'all are going to help me to bump my average stream viewer on Twitch to 1. I do not stream long enough. There we are. Now we're all here. I do not stream long enough for us to ever get my numbers up all the way to where they should be. It's just true. Let me see here. Do we have a chat room there? We do. I think we're on the right side. Are we on the right screen? Now we're on the right screen. Yes, and everything is working almost, except for the little bit that says chat maybe has vanished, and I'll have to put that back at some point. Welcome to the room. We have rearranged the room a bit. The couch, which was back there, is now over there for my live studio audience and or for me to take a nap during the workday. Official disclaimer, I do not officially take naps during the workday. That would be bad. I can't ever talk about them, and I certainly do at that. So, like I said, we're going to try and do this weekly, except for those weeks when I am traveling on Friday, which I will be for Steampunk November, which is the weekend of November the 13th up in Mansfield, Texas, where I will be doing this nonsense in an actual music and arts festival. Now, the last time I did this, I actually had a show right before Voltaire's show. We weren't on the same stage, but I was in the stage which is adjacent to his stage, because he had the big stage, because he's like a big important dude and he has a full band, and I'm an idiot with a ukulele. So I did technically open for Voltaire. I'm willing to stretch the truth that much, just to say that. And I don't know what the schedule is going to be for this coming year, but I am doing about 6 shows, probably 1 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, 5 or 6 shows. So I'll be doing 6 shows. I'm not sure where they are. I fortunately do not have to set up the schedule, except the schedule must be adjusted so that my lovely wife Amy and I can go to afternoon tea at Steampunk November. Which, if you are planning to go to Steampunk November, get a ticket for tea. It's always been fun. It's always been a hoot. It's a great deal of fun, and I strongly recommend it. Next song, and this is one. That's right. Amy notes that it is a diabetic-friendly tea. You can actually tell them what your dietary restrictions are, and they will adjust your plate of food appropriately, which is very cool indeed. Yeah. I did Alamo City Furry Invasion last Friday, a week ago. No, it's last Saturday. It was a Saturday afternoon show, 5 p.m. And it was a good show. It was well attended. I was a god-awful noise that could be heard to the entirety of the floor, but that's only because the floor is small. And I took my Resonator ukulele, which has its own built-in loudspeaker in it, and I projected in this little room, and it bounced all around the room and out in the hall and down the hallway, and people are like, what the heck is that noise? Hopefully in another year or two they might see. Oh, man. It was a great show. I had a great deal of fun with it, and hopefully they will let me keep doing it, and there will be a point at which where they see maybe I'm worth something worth being put on a stage, or at least. And oh, by the way, when I passed the hat, I made my con fee. That's right. I paid back my con membership, which is a victory in my eyes. And then we hit the dealer's room and the dealer's den, and there goes all that money. But that's okay. Yes. It's because my wife is a pin collector. She collects enamel pins of all kinds and sorts. And pressed pennies, which is always a useful thing to know in case you're off somewhere. You see a pressed penny machine that you don't think Amy's gotten to. This is one of the songs that I played there. I actually didn't play the opening. I played Possums in a Trench Coat. And I'll play Possums probably next week in this show. But today, I'm going to play the second song, which is going to be a song that I wrote at Sherwood when the phrase useless magic sword wandered through my head, and I just had to write a song. It's true. When I was just a lad, 'twas for adventure I did yearn. I went a-questing for the fame and glory I could earn. One night when I was rummaging an abandoned wyvern's hoard, 'twas then that I discovered me a useless magic sword. Useless magic sword, it's a useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's a useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's a useless magic sword. You gotta end it with a consonant. The sword, it was not very bright. Let's try that again. I know what's coming, that's why sometimes I mess up. The sword, it was not very sharp, nor had a magic glow. I didn't know what it could do, nor where that it could go. So I took me to a scholar, the very best I could afford. He looked at it and said, my son, it's a useless magic sword. I knew that. Useless magic sword, it's a useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's a useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's a useless magic sword. I went to fight a dragon because that's just what heroes do. I thought I'd make my fortune on the lizards that I slew. Dragon cocked its head off to one side with laughter he then roared. It's embarrassing to be here with this useless magic sword. It says +0 on the hilt. Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's a useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's a useless magic sword. so hard to rid me of this stupid metal stick. I've tried the classic methods, but they did not do the trick. To stuff the sword into a stone, I mightily did try. The stupid thing bounced off the hilt, got me right in the eye. Ow! It's +1 against myself? Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. I was feeling mighty desperate, rash action I did take. I got a boat and rode to meet the lady in the lake. I threw it in the water, but she didn't speak a word. She threw it back, she didn't want my useless magic sword. Now on paper, those two lines rhyme. But when you sing it, they don't. And I'm angry about that. Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's a useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. Now this next part is the slow, thoughtful part. The reason I mention that is if I don't tell people that the song is not ending, when I slow down, they think it's ending. And they clap. And it gets awkward for everybody. Here it comes. We're not done. The years have passed, I've gotten old, I've never found my fame, and this stupid hunk of metal doesn't even have a name. So I stuffed it straight into the floor, wedged in between the boards. I use it as a coat rack now, my useless magic sword. Oh, it does have a purpose. I love a happy ending, don't you? Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. Olay! Now the song is over. See, sometimes you just gotta be able to tell people. They gotta warn people about that. This chat thing, I need to put that chat thing back where it belongs on all the other screens, which I will probably attempt to do next Friday when I'm here working before I do the show. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are too kind. You are 3 of a kind. You might even be 4 of a kind or a full house. Now, I'm gonna do a song that's short. And then I'm going to add another song in that I didn't have on the schedule. It's not in the description that you see down below or over off to the side here. Because I literally wrote that song, the song I'm going to do after I do this song, today. Like, maybe an hour ago. Because that's what happens when I'm here in a room where I can make noise and not worry about people sticking their head in the door going, "What are you doing in there? Is it for the good of the company?" Yes, it keeps me from going crazy and beating people with sticks. So this coming song is one I have done before, and is based on an actual thing. No, that's right. I'm doing this one first. Sorry, I'm about 2 ahead of myself here. I'm gonna do "Stars Fell on Alabama," which is in the wrong font, I might add. Silly me. There's our second official Tobias the Adequate technical frou-for-all. We'll just fix that just a little bit, because it should not be in Kulin or Bangla. Oh no, it should in fact be in our good friend Copperplate. There we go. Much better. This is a purty song, and I love the purty song, and I don't get to do them very often. I have not done this song live for a number of reasons, but I feel like it's a good day to do it and to kind of celebrate me coming back into the world of doing semi-regular live streams. It also supports my theory that Jimmy Buffett composed an awful lot of his songs on the ukulele. Because a lot of these chords would completely destroy a person if they were playing them on a guitar. However, almost all these chords are actually pretty easy to do. ukulele. Moonlight and magnolia, starlight in your hair, all the world a dream come true. Did it really happen? Was I really there? Was I really there with you? Swing time. We lived our little drama. We kissed in a field of white, and stars fell on Alabama last night. I can't forget the glamour. Your eyes held the tender light, and stars fell on Alabama last night. The F, the C, the G, I never planned in my imagination a situation so heavenly, a fairyland where no one else could enter, and in the center, just you and me. Dear, my heart beat like a hammer, my arms wrapped around you tight, and stars fell on Alabama last night. Alright, well, let's take it on down to Muscle Shoals, Decatur. Birmingham. Montgomery. Right up the Spanish Fort and Mobile. Where he comes from, in fact, Mr. Buffett. We lived our little drama. We kissed in a field of white, and stars fell on Alabama last night. I can't forget the glamour. Your eyes held a tender light, and stars fell on Alabama last night. I never planned in my imagination a situation so heavenly, a fairyland where no one else could enter, and in the center just you and me. Dear, my heart beat like a hammer, my arms wrapped around you tight, and stars fell on Alabama last night. Pretty, huh? Pretty songs. Pretty songs are not often seen as my bailiwick. Yeah. But it's there's actually, I was playing mostly open chords. Open chords are where you leave one or more strings not fretted. There is actually a way to do the majority of that. Basically in the key of bar chord. I'm not quite so good about that. Oh, there will be more Buffett stuff on the ukulele during the lockdown. I learned, I should say, a lot of Jimmy Buffett songs on the ukulele, and I played many of them. Some of them I was still a little embarrassed to play, but Skull. Today's drink is Rambler Grapefruit Sparkling Seltzer. They don't sponsor me, but they do keep me from dehydrating, and that's a good thing. All right, now, talking about the song I said I was going to play, that I was not quite ready to play, but I'm going to play it now. And it's song number 4 on our playlist, so it should show up here. Yes, this is the one. Tauthologists, Tautholigists, tautology is the study of octopi. Specifically, look it up. It's a real thing. Ran several studies on octopi in the oceans of this world and discovered that there are times when an octopi is just sitting there being an octopi. An octopus just sitting there. And just for no good reason, get bored and just bundle up one tentacle and just punch a fish. No reason. They're not hunting. They're not threatened. Just punching a fish. For no good reason at all. And then I saw that and it's like, oh, there's a song in that. And I wrote the song Fishpuncher. And then another report came in about a year after that, still during lockdown, in which some oceanographers off the west coast of Australia pretty much had the crap beat out of them by an octopus. So I had to add that to the song. I would also like to note that this thing is still in tune, which is a record. It might be out of tune when I finish with this, because this is Fishpuncher, jazzy as heck. Think Lyle Lovett with no budget. Oh, Fishpuncher the octopus punches fish. Fishpuncher the octopus, pugilist. He wants to start a fight, don't know how to do it right. Oh, Fishpuncher the octopus, he punches, he punches. Fishpuncher the octopus punches fish. Fishpuncher the octopus, pugilist. He hasn't got a beef, beats up fish just to get relief. Oh, Fishpuncher the octopus, he punches, he punches. Fishpuncher the octopus punches fish. Fishpuncher the octopus, pugilist. When he gets into a stew, he'll beat up oceanographers too. Fishpuncher the octopus, he punches, he punches. Fishpuncher the octopus, he punches, he punches. Fishpuncher the octopus, he punches, he punches. Fish. The absurdity of my avocation here is not lost upon me. What do you do all day? I sit in a room and write songs about octopuses beating up fish. Why? It was either that or get into miniatures wargaming. I have probably offended someone now by saying that. Oh. Used to be it was either that or Magic the Gathering cards, so, you know. Now, about the song that I was not planning to play, but I wrote this song, so now I kind of have to play it. I don't have a card for it. Okay. But I will tell you that this song that I wrote, so I can figure where I put it, just saved it, is a song that I started to write. It literally came to me in a dream, late one night, and, late one night. I'm looking for it now. I wrote it. I know it's in here somewhere. And I literally got out of bed, staggered a distance away, and recorded the chorus of this song, which was stuck in my head, on my phone. So it would be there when I was conscious again. And then when I was conscious, I discovered that I had no idea what to do with the rest of it. Hey, you have arrived. We are safe. And you're just in time. This is Kay, by the way. Kay is one of my strongest supporters, which causes me no dearth of concern on his part, but that's okay. This song, literally, I had the chorus, and then it sat there, and it sat there, and it sat there until today, about an hour and a half ago, when I looked at it, listened to the clip a couple of times that I've recorded of it, and proceeded to write the entirety of the song. I am calling this the pointless drinking song, because it's a kind of song that you could just kind of sit there and rock back and forth and sing the chorus while imbibing whatever you want to imbibe, or just if you feel like getting together and acting like doofuses with your friends. Weirdly enough, it's in D. There's only a few songs that I have in D, and this one just had to be in D. Yeah, okay. Some singers sing songs of importance with thoughtful and meaningful rhymes, but this song, I fear, is not one of those. Nope. Oh, this song, it has no purpose, no reason at all to be sung. But if you will all sing it along with me, then I will not feel quite so dumb. No, I will not feel quite so dumb. This is what you're in for. The chorus is sung quite pretentious, as if it has something to say. But honestly, it's just a placekeeper, and the verses just get in the way. Yes, the verses just get in the way. For this song, it has no purpose, no reason at all to be sung. But if you will all sing it along with me, then I will not feel quite so dumb. No, I will not feel quite so dumb. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. I'm told that a song should have lyrics which tell us a story in tune. But these lyrics are just about the song, which messes things up pretty. But if you will all sing it along with me, then I will not feel quite so dumb. No, I will not feel quite so dumb. I'm not even sure what the strum pattern on this is. We will eventually have one. Maybe. I guess we have come to the end now. This figures to be the last verse. Considering how awkward this all has been, I'm grateful it didn't get worse. Yes, I'm grateful it didn't get worse. For this song, it has no purpose, no reason at all to be sung. But if you will all get along with me, then I will not feel quite so dumb. And enunciate, yes, I will not feel quite so dumb. Oh, this song, it has no purpose, no reason at all to be sung. But if you will all sing it along with me, then I will not feel quite so dumb. Yes, I will not feel quite so dumb. This song, it has no purpose, no reason at all to be sung. But if you will all sing it along with me, then I will not feel quite so dumb. Yes, I did not feel quite so dumb. And that was 5 minutes none of us will get back. I kind of want to do that. So I definitely want to do that song live, because I want to see how many people I can get to sing it. And Steampunk November is probably the right place to do this song. Steampunk November, Mansfield, Texas, November 11th through 13th. That's correct. Because when I am performing at Steampunk November, I had an epiphany, because the area in which I was performing, there's a stage, then some space, some vending, stage, where they have the tea and the beer tasting, vendors all the way around on thing, but it has I have a radius effect. Even if I don't have a huge mob in the audience, everybody else out there is being entertained. And I tend to write songs which are, how do we put this delicately, catchy. So, my goal is to have a big crowd of people sing this with me, and someone to get it recorded, and then someone else to post it on social media, and everyone else to go, what the heck is going on here? So that's my goal. It's nice to have goals. Write them down sometimes. We now come to what I like to refer to as the last song in the show. Although, if you were here for the last live stream, you know that I have written another song because I was faced with something I was never prepared. I am never prepared to face when I was performing live at Sherwood Forest Fair in the Celtic Festival. I actually had people calling for an encore. A small, rabid audience called for an encore as opposed to calling for my head. Theoretically, I will be there all 3 weekends of Kerrville. I am double-checking this with the entertainment director. I am working straight past the hat. I am Captain Low-Bid because I can literally drive home from Kerrville every day. I would like to do all three weekends. I would like to do at least 3 shows per day. We'll see how it goes. As I have more information on that, I will figure that out. Oh, my goodness me. So this is a song that I wrote because certain people, and I'm looking right at you, Kay, keep calling me this 4-letter word that starts with a B and ends with a D. And it's a word you can say in front of your grandma, bard. And I've never really, I've never felt comfortable with it. And I went back, because I grew up with AD&D version 2.0, and their rules for being a bard were challenging, to say the least. You had to put X number of levels in as a fighter, X number of levels in as a druid, as a thief, then you had to start doing druid, and then maybe then you could actually become a bard. And I'm 55 years old now, and I think I've probably put in the hours. So I might actually qualify for this. So that would be song number... How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Song number 5! Number 5. This is a little song called Song Number 5, which is, of course, Songs of the Bard. People say that because I write some songs, I might just be a bard. But writing songs is really fun, it's really not that hard. I call myself the Troubadork, that B word has me jarred. Because while I am not a bard, I've frequently been barred. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs. I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, been all but feathered and tarred. And to make the matters worse, from all the bars, I have been barred. Hootenannies will not have me, nor will any open mic. I can play whatever song I please, but nowhere that I like. People want me to pay for my sins, but music should be free. And well, I can play wherever I please, no place is pleased with me. I mean, I honestly feel I'm pretty mainstream. Don't you? I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs. I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, been all but feathered and tarred. And to make the matters worse, from all the bars, I have been barred. I may be a humble poetaster, a poet not so good. I just want my songs to come out right like any sane man would. But the people, when they hear my stuff, react with low regard, just because they say my music makes them emotionally scarred. Pointless drinking songs, useless magic swords, aggressive octopi. I don't see what the problem is, really. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs. I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, been all but feathered and tarred. And to make the matters worse, from all the bars, I have been barred. So my friends, you know all know my tale, take pity on my plight. Some of us just want to play our stuff and pray it comes out right. If you see your humble Troubadork, please do not run away. As I stagger through this world, searching for somewhere I can play. Like a furry convention, or a medieval festival, or a live stream, with the quite possibly record-breaking 5 viewers. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs. I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, been all but feathered and tarred. And to make the matters worse, from all the bars, oh yeah. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs. I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, and I've been feathered and tarred. And to make the matters worse, from all the bars, I have them barred. Oh! And so we come to the official end of the Tobias the Adequate show. I say official end because, of course, I have to wait to see if there is, in fact, a call for the song that I wrote specifically in case there was a call for the kind of song that I would write as an encore song. I have to wait because technology is a pain in the butt, and there are delays happening here. YouTube gets a 1-minute delay. Twitch gets a 1-minute delay. Facebook gets a mind-mangling 2-minute delay, which is just bonkers. So basically, what I have to do now is just futz about for a few moments while I wait to see if anyone calls for an encore. Bask in the awkwardness. I am. I'm sorry, what was that? My lovely wife was in the room back there. When we work at home, we each work in a different room. I work in the room what we call away. She works in the room that we technically call the guest room, but it's really mostly Amy's office. And she just said she had more work to do, so play the damn encore. And I'm going to say that counts. Because why not? And so, my friends, because this is the single most self-aware music show you will ever see in your entire freaking life, I now give you the dreaded Secret Cool People encore song. I was worried about this because when I write these songs, a lot of them have the same number of chords. Now, granted, there's only 8 notes on the scale, and there's only so many variations of various chords. But this is, once again, going to be F, and a G, and a C. And I was worried about playing it right after a song that had an F, a G, and a C. And the fact that I started the show with a song that had an F, a G, and a C, until I remembered what Waylon Jennings said about another country music writer and songwriter and performer. And he said the following: I love all of Tom T. Hall's songs and both of his melodies. So I feel much better now. So now, my friends, gathered here today, those of you watching live and those of you watching on repeat, because I am big in syndication, the encore song. I really want to do this live. I've done it live once, and it was awesome. If we do get the song, I'm going to play it. I'll say we'll get it played. I'll tell you, I'll talk to you after the song. By all rights, I should be finished now. Pack up and pass the hat. But you folks have all made such a row, I can't quit just like that. You clapped and laughed and cheered, I tell you, it sure warmed my heart. You've all heard the finale. I guess this is the next part. This is the encore song I sing after I'm done. That might sound kinda wrong, but if we're all having fun, I'll sing another verse and keep this going on. We'll have a lot of fun until we're done. No, I'm not finished yet. This chorus ain't complete until you clap your hands and maybe you stomp your feet or emote. You're online. Why not? Singing this encore song because you asked for more, and this is what's in store when you do that. I've got just one more verse, and then we'll call it good. You folks have been real kind, more than I thought that you would. I mean, you're still on. Maybe you're doing actual work while this is playing in the background, but I still think that counts. Nonetheless, soon I must wrap up this here live stream. I sure do thank you all, and now we're done. I said we're done. I mean it, we're done. This is the end of the show. And so, with the enthusiasm of an immature Irish setter puppy across the freshly waxed floor and directly into the expensive china cabinet, which is the end of the Tobias the Adequate Non-Commute live stream. Hey, we're back doing this again show. Oh my gosh, thank you all for hanging out with me here. Without you here, this would have been rehearsal. And with you here, this is live. And those of you... Yes, thank you. I think we have an even greater delay on the... we have a greater delay than I thought on the chat. And that's okay. I'm glad I anticipated some actual enthusiasm and that you actually provided that enthusiasm. Because if I did this and there was no other comments on the chat there, that would be a cry for help. We're going to do this pretty much... That's all right. Hey, you know what? I'm glad that you stopped in, Joe. You can always pick this up on the replay because, hey, I've seen the people watch your stream after you run it too. We are big in syndication. Syndication fist bump. That's right. We will do this every Friday at about 4:30 Central Time, 5:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Mountain, 2:30 Pacific, and something like 10 p.m. way off where Teppo, our man in Finland, is time. And we will also do about every other Sunday long-form live streaming. Well, this is turning into a pretty long one here, which I do on Sundays when I'm not out doing an event or being at an event or doing a gig. Those are going to be a little more less scheduled and structured, but these will happen. So we will continue to me put in the work, and hopefully you folks getting some entertainment. Plugs. Of course, you can support Adequacy in our lifetime at patreon.com/theadequate. Any money you put into that goes into improving the quality of the show. The quality of the performance, I can guarantee nothing about. It's me. Go to theadequate.com for all things Tobias the Adequate. I'm actually going to be doing a magic show in October as part of a corporate event. So I get to bust out the old magic gear again. I will be doing music shows like this at Steampunk November and Kerrville, and hopefully Sherwood. I have a verbal... Well, thank you. I appreciate that. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate it. The chat shows up here before it shows up there. So I'm not psychic. I'm just slightly ahead of the buffer. I will hopefully be doing shows all through Sherwood. We'll see how that goes. And be visiting various and other sundry things and fairs and festivals and conventions and the like as it suits me to do so. You can go to Troubadork.com where you'll actually be able to watch this entire show once I get it up on the playlist under Troubadork shows and see the video for our official Tobias the Adequate Troubadork music video of the Dread Peasant Festus, which I still think is really funny, and I packed enough stuff into it that it's actually worth watching multiple times. Later times with your finger on the pause button because I throw a lot of random crap in there. I am at The Adequate on Twitter and... At The Adequate on Twitter and Instagram. Tobias The Adequate on Facebook and TikTok. I don't do a lot of TikTok stuff, but, sometimes I put stuff out there. YouTube.com/MPLEGARE or go to Troubadork.com and just find all this stuff there. I got Cash App, I got Venmo, I got PayPal. If you throw money at me, I am very grateful, and I use it for, among other things, doing things with the show. I think it's everything. I think I'm spent. I'm actually lying. I'm not spent. I could do this for another 3 hours, but unfortunately, we have things we have to do around here. So I'll see you guys next week. You people have been magnificent. I have been Tobias the Adequate. Once again, I tell you, thank you for encouraging my behavior, and we'll see you next week.